ladies. All right, it's time for another spring quick tip guide video for you, and we're going to continue talking about the front end again today with our really quick videos. I'm trying to keep these short, really specific, just so that it's not everything all at once. It's easy to retain, and they're quick videos. I know I could go on forever and ever. If you watch any of my live training, sometimes it does go on for a long time, but I'm trying to share everything that I can with you to help you better understand your Jeep and to help build your confidence with your knowledge. I believe knowledge creates confidence, and that's what I'm trying to share with you. I've broken everything down into these spring quick tip guide videos so they're easy to follow, lots of information, and they're going to be nice and short and to the point. So today we're going to continue with the front end, but now we're going to talk about a couple things that you're going to especially hear if you start talking about upgrades, lifts, tires. So what I want to do is I want to show you today the coil spring and the shock, because those are what are going to be upgraded when you do a suspension lift on your Jeep. So let me swing this around so that we can look at it together. All right, for this Jeep, for this quick tip guide video tip again today, we are under a completely stock 2017 JKU. I'm going to be sharing some advanced build tips and going over some advanced builds with you in the videos, the quick tips to come. But for today, I want to just start with our stock basic Jeep again. So we were talking front end last time. So now we're going to start talking about, this is your coil spring. So this is going to be your coil spring that is going to be replaced when you do a suspension lift. And then this is your shock. So this is your stock shock on your Jeep. So when you start talking about doing an upgrade, doing a lift, doing a suspension lift, this is what you're going to see replaced, is your coil spring and your shock. So depending on what lift you go with, will depend on what this new setup is going to look like. If you just replace it with a shock, if you go with gas shocks, the JL, the Rubicon, the Moab in the JL has gas shocks. So that is going to be a little different in the JL versus the JKU generation. So something to keep in mind if you have a JL Moab edition. These are gas shocks. So this is a JKU, and this is just your regular stock shock, as well as your coil spring. And then as you can see inside of this coil spring, I don't know if you can see this very well, there's black, and then it looks like there's like a little tan. Here, let me change my angle. Inside of this shock is your bump stop. So this is the factory bump stop that is in there. So when you start talking about doing a lift, a suspension lift and upgrade, you're going to change out your coil spring, your shock, and depending on how many modifications and upgrades you make, you may need to adjust your stock bump stop as well, so that it is going to work and function properly. We do a whole training on the bump stop and limiting straps, so look for that if you want more information in depth on the bump stop and its functionality and why we need it. I don't want to get into that today, or I'll go on and on forever. There's so many pieces when we start talking about the Jeep. I just want to show you little bits to make it easy to understand as we go, so that they're not super long videos. So I just want to show you, this is your stock suspension that is going to be changed when you do a lift and a suspension lift upgrade. Thank you for jumping on here with me for this super quick spring quick tip video series that we are doing. If you want any more information on LadyJeepers.com, I'm Kristen DeLibra from LadyJeepers.com. Check the comments below. I have a great educational packet for you ladies. If you're interested in jump-starting your education and continuing forward, keep an eye out for all my other quick tip spring guide videos. We have a lot more coming up for you. I'm trying to cover everything that you're going to need to know and help boost your confidence with your Jeep. So I hope you're having beautiful weather. You can get out there and enjoy driving.